See a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabs it in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Just keep slinging it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Complete downfield. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. The run from the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
To the air on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the single back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Looking to throw, it's busted. Quickly complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
From the gun, the running back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Bostic. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cameron. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
From the gun. Looking for the score. Fires and picked off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 1st down from their own 22. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. West Virginia is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Georgia Tech. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. Receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50%.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Bostic. Fires to the wideout. This time on target. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, NC State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to work.
Snags it down the right side. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Gamecocks! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll pull it on the read. Running into the open space. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He wants to change this route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Hauls it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Bostic. Buying some time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Line getting set on second down. Back to throw. It's busted. Quick strike complete. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. NC State on the move, set up with another first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
This offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going for it all. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Wolfpack will have first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. Complete on the comeback. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Using the quick game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. This defense has them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Makes the grab on the shot. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Fires it down the seam. Makes the catch down the right side. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone,
he's loose. The 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game now.